Hi, and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me. And as you will see, slightly different this time because A, I'm sat in a different spot, and B, I've got someone with me.
Yep.
I'd very much like to introduce Aki-san,
Nice.
DS Audio. And basically through my day job, where I work as a consultant in hi-fi industry, I do PR work and general consultancy for Sound Foundations, which is DS Audio's UK distributor. And so, I'm not being paid to do this video, but I want you to know that there is a business connection or a work connection. And it's, frankly, it's only through that I'm fortunate enough and honoured to welcome Aki here to visit me. So, Aki, thanks very much for coming.
Hi.
So I think I first met you in May 2015 at the High End show. That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was
Munich.
Yeah, at Munich, yeah. And that was that was when you officially launched DS, or had you been already?
This is first time for me to go to Munich show.
Okay,
That was 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is first time I met with you, also Chris-san.
Yeah. Because I know we it was later in May 2015 that Sound Foundations officially took on the distribution. We put out the press release on that, and at that time it was just the W1, wasn't it?
Only
the W1.
Yes.
Yeah. And then, well, I probably saw you every year for the following few years, and we got the W1, and the Master one was next, I think, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember seeing that there. And then was it the 002?
Yes,
DS
next one
002?
is DS02.
Yeah, and then the DSE1, was it?
Yes.
Yeah. And then at that point, you moved on to sort of second generation cartridges, is that right?
Before releasing a DS E1, we released a DSW2.
Oh, the DSW2 came out before the U. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the first of the second generation.
Yes.
So to speak.
And after releasing DSE1, we released a Grandmaster, which is third generation cartridge.
The Grandma. Yes. Yeah. Which if viewers don't already know, again, that's that's part and parcel of why Aki-san has come to visit, and again through work, it's certainly not mine. I don't own it. I'm not that fortunate, but I have been incredibly fortunate to borrow a Grandmaster set. That's equalizer and cartridge, and well, it's absolutely stunning, and I'll insert some shots over the top of this so you can have a good look at it, and it really is it's quite incredible. And so that's actually been on the market now for what, 2.5 years?
Around 3 years, maybe.
3 years maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. And so since the Grandmaster, that's where sort of trickle down technology ended up into the DS003, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we released a DSW3 last year.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. And so I hope I'm not being out of order here, but I think I can announce that the DS Master 3 is due very soon. You'll be showing at Munich this year in May.
Yes, we are going to bring DS Master 3 in Munich show.
Awesome. So what can you tell me about what's changed between the Master 1 and the Master 3?
Biggest difference is, as you know, cartridge changing to the third generation, second generation to third generation. That is the biggest difference. And we are going to use a diamond cantilever for the Master 3 cartridge.
Oh, okay.
Now using a sapphire cantilever.
Okay, right. Yep. Awesome.
Yeah, that's big difference. And the equalizer side, we improve inside parts.
Yeah.
For adjusting for the third generation cartridge.
Right. Cool.
Sound is more clear.
Yeah.
And the deep is much richer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a difference.
Awesome. Because the Grandmaster is well, it's a staggering thing. If the Master 3 is anything close to that, it will be
The price will be almost half price of the
Yeah, I think that's I'm going to have to look at look at how I can afford it. But it's the trouble with DS is I've held off listening to it at home for as long as I could possibly do so because of course now I've done it. It's that complete lack of noise. And it's not to say that my Aesthetics phono stage was creating noise, but the cartridge, the moving coil cartridge I used, the Miyajima, it just picks up. You can tell it's picking up motor hum. It's picking up all sorts of the noise is coming from the cartridge, so to speak, from like I say, mostly from the turntable motor, and of course that's not happening because you're not using an electromagnetic generator, but an optical generator.
There is no magnetic field resistance, and we don't use a magnetic field.
No,
there is no magnetic field.
Yeah. Although one thing I'm really interested about is with the Ion 001, which again I'll insert some photos here, and it's taken me some time to actually install that, but I have actually finally got it installed, and my God, I have to tell you, it's the effect is staggering. I bodged it up before now, and it was far more efficient and elegant a solution than the Furatech D-Stat 3, which is still, a brilliant device. But the thing about the Ion 001, of course, because it's working the whole time, and it just absolutely floods the whole record playing area with appropriately charged ions, such that static just doesn't exist and can't be generated. I guess but it's profound the difference it makes to the sound quality. I've just done Aki the Dem here because I wanted to show him how I just wanted to, even though he made it, I wanted to demonstrate to him how fantastic it works. But the real thing that surprised me is this is with an optical cartridge. This is with a Grandmaster, and so I'm guessing there's still that the static, the magnetism, because I also use a Furatech DMAG. It's not, it's being, I suppose there's still circuitry inside the cartridge, there's sensitive electronic components, there's tone arm wiring. All this stuff can, I guess, be polluted by electromagnetic, noise, static, and this sort of stuff. So, it's awesome that you've got this solution and design something so absolutely elegant and thorough, that thoroughly deals with the problem. And I think that's one of the things about optical cartridges. It's not just that it's not an electromagnetic generator, so you don't get that electromagnetic noise. Because it's not an electromagnetic generator, you don't get that electromagnetic damping if you try and pull a drive unit. You push a drive unit against a coil, you feel the damping of that, you feel the resistance, and of course you haven't got that, so the cantilever is utterly free to move in comparison with a moving coil or moving magnet cartridge, isn't it? And that actually, in addition to the lack of electromagnetic noise, suddenly you've got this incredible freedom to move because it's no electromagnetic damping. And then, of course, the bits you're moving instead of coils or magnets are just shades. And are they titanium, is it? Or
shading plate?
Yes.
No, the third generation cartridge using a beryllium.
Beryllium. Okay, yeah. So they're, it's a fraction of the weight of even the smallest
very
coil.
Small and very light.
So quite incredible cartridges and quite incredible sound. So what would you say led you to? You've told me before, I know this, but for the benefit of the viewers here, what would you say led you to develop optical phono cartridges?
As a background story, our company is 35 years old company. Our company was doing optical product development for the big companies. And so normally we work with a big company, so B2B business. So when I joined my father's company 11, 12 years ago, I want to make something new because our company normally doing business with big companies or so B2B business. So we have a technology, but there is no our company's name. So I want to use our technology and put how to say
something put your own brand.
Yes.
Yeah.
And at the time there is I don't have an idea for the audio. Just I was thinking that I want to make something new for the market. And during the time I was looking for something for just 1 year or something like that. At that time our advisor invited me to listen to the vinyl because I'm now 36 years old, so before that I never listened to the vinyl.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Because my age using a CD, DVD.
No, sure. Yeah.
Of course I like a music, and I was listening to the music by MD, CD, and iPod. And I never listened to the vinyl anyway. And he invited me to his house, and I listened to the vinyl. It was first time for me. He played for me Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Okay. Yeah.
And the sound was impressed for me. Sounds was so great.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that because the vinyl is black. How to say?
Yeah.
The sound is much better than my iPod. At that time, I thought newest product is sounding the best. But it was wrong.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, I mean that vinyl can. I still to this day have so many people coming, even professional people who I was mentioning to you earlier, like I've got mastering engineers and recording engineers, mix engineers, producers who work in music, and musicians of course, who come round and they hear vinyl and it's just like, holy crap, I cannot believe how good it sounds. And to this day it's there's nothing more exciting than showing someone how great the music actually can sound. In some cases they actually made themselves. They don't realize how good it can sound.
Yes, I thought same like that, and sound was so impressed. And I asked him what the sound is, why the sound is so good. And at the time he was using a optical cartridge which made by Toshiba. 50 years ago.
Right. 50 years ago. Wow. Okay.
1972.
Right.
Wow. He was using the optical cartridge. And I asked him, what is this? And there's a light. And I never seen that. He described me the story. The optical cartridge the sound was really good, but at that time there is no LED.
No, sure.
There is a heat issue. And there is no good hardware at that time. And he said to me, if you can make it now, maybe sound is much better. And he gave me one optical cartridge to me because he worked for Toshiba before. He had some optical cartridges.
Right.
And he gave me one optical cartridge, and you can use it. And the next day, I opened up the optical cartridge. And Toshiba made one. I thought, that's very easy to make because there is a cantilever, rubber, putting on the shading plate. That's it.
Right.
Only 3 parts. I was thought, very easy to make. But it was wrong, but at that time I think so.
Yeah.
And then at first I went to Akihabara, which is an electronic city. We can buy many parts. And I bought many LEDs.
Right.
And I bought many photo detectors. It cost few dollars. Per piece. And at first I changed the lamp to the LED.
Right.
And and played the vinyl. At the time, the volume is really low.
Okay, yeah.
I played the music. I can hear something, but the sound is not so bad. The sound is good.
Yeah.
That was a start, and then I tried to make many prototypes.
Yeah.
And the sound is getting higher.
Mm-hmm.
Then finally we get enough output.
Yeah.
That is a story of the.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So when would that have been that you first sort of made your first sort of experiment?
The experience.
Yeah.
2011 or 12.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
So about 10, 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And 10 or 11 years ago later, you've got a good range of cartridges, and and even I've noticed, which I think is really cool. A couple of years ago, you shared your technology, such that other manufacturers can get involved if they want to. And I know that there's I think it's EMM Labs have made an optical equalizer. Is Westminster Lab as well making one?
Yeah.
Do you know of any other companies that have got them in the market yet?
In Japan, Solnode, Japanese company, E2 supporting an optical cartridge.
Right.
That was the first one. And Uesugi, tube phono equalizer, supporting an optical cartridge.
Okay, yeah.
I cannot tell other company's name, but some company is developing the optical cartridge equalizer.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can't really say either, but I know of at least one that's working on it, and hopefully they do. You know, so it's quite amazing, isn't it? Because we've grown up with I know there's moving irons and sort of other cartridges over the years, but really it's been moving magnet or moving coil for 50 years pretty much exclusively, and now there's something that's literally revolutionizes vinyl playback in my experience, and it's really quite incredible. And I mean, just to go on while you're here, the ES001. I don't have one of those here yet. I mean, I've borrowed one, from Chris at work on 2 or 3 occasions and played with it, and it's just, again, hell, you don't realise how much difference actually accurately centering a record makes. And I remember we had a conversation a couple of months ago now, and you were telling me about the I think it was the kind of the technical specification for concentricity, and because even things like spindle size and hole sizes, they vary massively. I mean, my clear audio turntable I use has I can't remember off the top of my head what it is, 7.3 maybe millimeters diameter. I can't remember, but it's at the top end of the specification, and many records need to be, drilled out, reamed out, and I've got a clear audio LP drill which I'll insert a photo of specifically for that purpose. But you were telling me I mean, can you remember off the top of your head what the I don't know, was it the RIAA or the AES or the NEB or something? There was some specification for record manufacturer and acceptable eccentricity.
Yeah, there's industrial standards. The eccentricity needed to be less than 200 microns. Okay,
yeah, less than 200 microns. And I mean, 200 microns from my experience, you wouldn't know that unless you had an ES001 to measure it, of course. But once if you measure a record that's that far off, which is acceptable apparently, it's that's one of those records where you'd be sending it back because it's noticeably wowing. But what get me is the fact that when you get right down to, say, I don't know, between, say, 20 microns and 50 microns, or between 20 and 100 or something like that, it's not so much wow that you hear it as. It's just a complete sharpening of the sound stage and the focus of every single instrument. And you wouldn't think that was affected by the speed of rotation, but I don't know, maybe it's actually the moving of the goalposts every revolution of the
for the cartridge moves
harder for the cartridge to read the grooves because the goalposts are being moved. So but it's cool that you've come up with something so revolutionary.
Important thing for the about eccentricity is now turntable bow flutter rate is very low.
Absolutely.
But if there's an eccentricity, the bow flutter rate, the system bow flutter rate,
sure,
get 10 to 20 times worse. So which means you need to remove the eccentricity first. Otherwise, you cannot get a good bow flutter rate if you use a very expensive, accurate turntable. It doesn't matter. The eccentricity gets more worse.
No, that makes so much sense. But until you've heard it, it's and it's funny, I suppose. Some of you think, oh, this record sounds really great, in your collection, and you play it, and it's because it's actually been pressed centrally.
And
that's something that really struck me, definitely. Yes, I mean, have you got any other ideas for the future projects, things that you can talk about? I mean, if you can't talk about them, that's cool.
Yes, I cannot tell the details about our development, but our concept is very simple. Our concept is creating the future of analog music. So we want to make something new. We don't want to make some other people can do it. So we're developing some new products which has a unique features.
Cool.
So we always following our concept.
Brilliant.
Like ES001 and optical cartridges.
Yep. That's super cool. I look forward to seeing what you've got. What comes up, what you come up with next. Well, after the Master 3, of course. That's going to be very interesting for me personally. Definitely.
Thank you very much.
Anyway, look, Aki-san, I just say once again, thank you so much for visiting. It's been an absolute honour, and I really look forward to seeing what's next from DS Audio, and I hope all the viewers have enjoyed this little chat. Something of a ramble, but I felt it was too good an opportunity not to put it on the channel. So thanks very much, and please leave comments, and if you like the video, thumbs up, like it, share, subscribe, and check out DS Audio. Thank you
very much.
Okay, cheers, bye.